Good morning. Today's inspirational message is from Titus chapter 2, verse 15. I'm reading the easy to read version because it breaks it down a little more. These are the things you should tell people. And in the beginning, he's talked, the things that you should tell people are to live according to the word of God. These are the things you should tell people. Encourage them, and when they are wrong, correct them. You have full authority to do this. Do not let anyone think they can ignore you. I'm telling myself, Felicia, do not ignore God's love. I learned a very valuable lesson about myself yesterday. And Mom, some of it came from you. You did tell us that, in school when somebody's bullying you or somebody's, teasing you or whatever, just ignore them. And I got teased a lot in school, and I learned to just ignore people, tune people out. But at the same time, I developed a habit of ignoring people who chastise me or people who correct me. Even though I know I'm wrong, I still push them away or ignore them or, don't want to talk to them. That's not good in relationships. And I think that's why I found myself single for a long time after my divorce, because as soon as the guy said something or did something that I didn't like, I was gone. I don't like being chastised like a child. Or being corrected. I can do corrected, I can do constructive criticism, but when it sounds like you're fussing at me, I'll shut down real quick. And a coworker of mine told me that what kept his 25-year marriage going is knowing that the two people have the same goal in mind, that they both love each other and the goal is to be together. He said that is what helps when you go through the peaks, when you go from the peaks to the valleys. So when the paper hearts and candy flowers are over, so when if they've, fizzled out a little bit, when you no longer get goosebumps or your heart your heart doesn't race anymore whenever you hear that person call, that's when you focus on the end goal. The end goal is to be happy and be in love with someone that loves you. And I had no intention on even saying any of that, y'all. This coworker told me this like a month ago. So I did not ignore his advice. I did not ignore his encouragement. I took it to heart. I listened. And I am just trying to do the same thing. The message, the reason why this stuck out for me was, the not ignoring part. And what came to me was good advice and encouragement come from God. Felicia, people don't have to give you advice. That man didn't have to tell me how his 25-year marriage lasted. When people want to encourage you and people want to make you, when people correct you, they want to make you a better person or they want to help you in some sort of way. To me, that means they care. When you don't say nothing, that means you don't care. And I do the same thing. If I'm done with something, I won't say nothing. You won't hear a word from me if I'm done with it. That means I don't care anymore. And that's not a good way to be in every situation. So I'm working on that. I hope y'all pray with me, about that, because I am very caring and very loving. And it does hurt my feelings to be ignored. But now I see how it feels when I ignore other people. So in moving forward, I'm telling myself, Felicia, do not ignore God's love when it is shared with you. And that's how I feel this message in Titus is that, when people tell you something and they encourage you and they correct you, you have full authority and they have full authority too. And what gives them that authority? God's love. So I hope this blesses y'all, and use your authority in a good way to help encourage people, not just to chastise people and treat them like a child. Love y'all. Bye.